Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden within company filings. Today we're diving into how BlackHawk Acquisition Corporation is trying to steer the ship and extend its expiration date, because it looks like they're burning through time and money trying to find a business to merge with. This is a current report, basically like a company's public diary entry for important news. And BlackHawk Acquisition Corporation, or Bitcoin, as you might know them from their ticker symbol, has some big news about buying more time to do their thing. The action here kicked off on July 8th, 2025. This is a special purpose acquisition company, or SPAC. Think of them as a company created specifically to raise money through an IPO, an initial public offering, with the sole purpose of acquiring another company. They have a limited time to find that target company and make the acquisition happen. If they don't, they usually have to shut down and return the money to their investors. So BlackHawk is in this situation where their original deadline to find a business to buy was coming up, and like many SPACs, they've been granted an extension. Remember, when you invest in a SPAC like this, you're often investing in units, which are a mix of different things. In BlackHawk's case, each unit is made up of one ordinary share and a little piece of a right. These are the basic shares you'd normally think of. And these rights give you the option to buy more shares later, usually at a set price. It's a way to sweeten the deal for early investors. Now let's get to the meat of it. BlackHawk has made a deal to extend the time they have to find their target company. They amended their trust agreement, the fancy word for the deal that holds all the investor money. This means they can keep pushing their deadline back month by month all the way until December of 2026. That's a pretty long leash they've given themselves, almost another year and a half from their original deadline. But this extended deadline doesn't come for free. For every month they want to extend, they have to put another $150,000 into their trust account. This is usually paid for by the SPAC sponsors, the people who initially created the company. It's a way to show they're serious about finding a deal and to fund their operations while looking. And here's a little wiggle room. If they miss a payment, they get a 45-day grace period, a cure period as they call it, to catch up. If they don't pay up within that time, it's lights out. They'd have to shut down and return the money. They've already made that first payment to get things rolling, extending their deadline until July 22nd of 2025. This next part is about changes to their official company documents, their charter. Their shareholders met on July 8th and approved changes to the company's foundational rules. These changes officially allow for these extensions. So this is just formalizing what we already discussed, making sure all the official paperwork matches the deal to extend their deadline up to December 2026. This section details what happened at that shareholder meeting we just mentioned. It's all about what the investors voted on. The shareholders got to vote on three main things. First, approving the extension itself. Second, approving the amendment to the trust agreement. And third, a proposal to adjourn the meeting if they didn't have enough votes to pass the first two. Let's look at the voting results. For the extension proposal, a solid majority voted yes. Over 5.8 million shares voted for it compared to about 1.5 million against. That's a pretty clear signal from the investors that they want the company to have more time to find a deal. The vote for the trust agreement amendment was identical. This makes sense as the two proposals are directly linked. And the proposal to adjourn also passed with the same vote count. Essentially, the shareholders were on board with giving management more time. Even though they voted to allow for an adjournment, they didn't need to use it because the other proposals already passed. So they had enough support to move forward with the extension. Now, this is where we see a significant reaction from investors to these upcoming extensions and potential changes. When shareholders approve these extensions, they often get the option to get their money back if they don't like the idea of the company taking longer. This is called redemption. A lot of investors, nearly 4.8 million shareholders, decided to redeem their shares. This means they took their money back instead of waiting for the company to find a deal. They're getting back over $51 million in total, or about 10.68 for each share they held. This is a pretty substantial amount of money leaving the company. After all these redemptions, only about $22.7 million will be left in the trust account. This is the money BlackHawk Acquisition Corporation has to work with to find and acquire a business. This also means the number of publicly held shares has significantly decreased from whoever invested initially to around 2.1 million shares now. This part just lists the documents that go along with this report. This is the document that formally amends their company rules to allow for the extensions. And this is the actual amendment to the trust agreement, the legal document that holds their money. The report is signed and dated July 14th, following the July 8th meeting, and Kate Lewis Kaufman, the CEO, has signed off on it off that. So let's break down what this all means. Blackhawk Acquisition Corporation, like many SPACs, is under pressure. They've bought themselves more time, extending their deadline to find a company to merge with until the end of 2026. However, this extension comes at a cost, requiring them to pay $127 each month. Even more telling is the large number of investors who decided to cash out, redeeming their shares and taking over $51 million out of the trust account. This significant redemption might signal a lack of confidence from some investors in the company's ability to find a suitable acquisition target, or perhaps they just wanted their money back rather than wait. With only about $27 each month, even more telling is the large number of investors who decided to cash out, redeeming their shares and taking over $51 million out of the trust account. This significant redemption might signal a lack of confidence from some investors in the company's ability to find a suitable acquisition target, or perhaps they just wanted their money back rather than wait. With only about 22.70 flag about investor sentiment and their reduced resources, and investors will be watching very closely to see if it comes at a tallest requirement. What's your take on Blackhawk's chances after these redemptions? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. And for even more exclusive content and discussions, join our Discord community linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.